Hello, trading has closed on the 25th of July, 2023. As always, we'll do our disclaimer first, go over our calls, and then make some predictions. It's my trading plan for Wednesday, July 26, 2023. Remember, my calls can be wrong. Trade at your own risk. Also, I had a lot of personal business today. I did look at the market, but not for very long. If you're going to risk money on this, bear that in mind. Look for the pattern with the early low. Tends to be a rally today with a high in the final hour. When the high is under all these prior highs, it should lead to lower prices tomorrow if it's maintained. I mean, if we gap and take this out, that doesn't count. But the way it is now, that's a negative pattern. Yesterday's pattern was also negative. We said we should trade lower regardless of how we closed. Well, we opened lower. It wasn't lower by much, but that's all that the rule calls for, so we did do it. Even though the day was mostly higher, we did trade lower at the open. So it's true, but I can't call it particularly helpful. Well, during the day, MEJT said ultimately higher prices would print. They did. Said this rally wouldn't stick. It didn't. Now says this rally won't stick. Targets a return to this line, 45.61.14. If we don't gap up smartly, that's my call. We did get a buy signal in the afternoon, but that's already played out. Well, we still have resistance from this line in spite of today's rally. This count might not be right, but it's not dreadfully wrong either. Well, this can't be B if we kept going up like that, but maybe that's just A of B, and that's B of B, and if C of B equals this A of B, resistance just under 45.83. So it's at least a place I'd look for some resistance. Doesn't mean it has to hit it, doesn't mean it has to go up at all. But there's balance of the waves if that price prints. Well, tomorrow's pattern has early low. We should say should gap up. We could gap up. Okay, so I changed that. Could gap up. There is a lower target. Unless we gap up smartly, the rules say it prints. Today's normally bullish pattern wasn't, because we closed under multiple prior highs. And if that's maintained at the open, we should see lower prices. Doesn't mean we close lower. Of course, if we gap up smartly, all these calls are killed before the open. FOMC meeting is tomorrow. Typically leads to wild swings. I have no way to predict what happens with those swings. The only prediction I will make is I'm going to stand aside when that announcement's made. So as the pattern with the early low, we have a lower target. Failure to rally into the close either needs to open and promptly take out this high, or we see lower prices. And look for wild swings in the afternoon when the announcement's made. And that's today's call.